Good morning, campers. It is 12:33 hours on Saturday, July 18th, 2015. I'm Chris Boden, bringing you love and sunshine. Welcome to today's Captain's Blog. Casey's doing stuff.
Moved it in a different direction. Okay, so now it's not centered anymore because it moved to change colors. And then I hit that. So I did like 4 steps before going to change colors. But then I went back. So hit undo. I just want to show you that if the color changed and you want them back, you change them. Hi.
Hi. What you doing?
Teaching class.
Yeah? Okay. When you're done,
Yeah.
poke me.
Okay.
We gotta talk about handrail mounts. It's gonna be fun. It's a quiet morning. What are you up to, sir?
An exhaust replacement.
Yeah? Are you having fun?
Yeah, it's a lot better than crawling around a dirt driveway.
Yeah. Hoist makes the whole world better.
Yep.
Huh.
Just realized I forgot my little oxygen sensor wrench I put together.
You made a special O2 sensor wrench?
I took a regular wrench and cut a slot in it so you can get around the cable.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
As opposed to just using an open-end wrench?
sometimes they're pretty stuck on there.
Oh, okay. So use a box end wrench, but just make a notch in it.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Just so I can wrap around the whole thing there. Although it's probably pretty loose.
I don't know much about cars, so.
That's alright.
So if this is the O2 sensor, what's this?
That's also an O2 sensor. So
Is the gases in the exhaust different up here than they are back here?
Normally they would be if you had a catalytic converter on your car.
Of course you have a catalytic converter on your car because emissions and the planet and,
Right,
and
that's why I'm putting
Fern
it on.
Gully.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I got this to put on. No, I had so my original VW downpipe, the thing that hooks to your engine,
Okay.
and the catalytic converter were all one big piece.
Okay.
And my downpipe ruptured here, so all the exhaust was going out in front of the catalytic converter anyway.
Okay.
There was also a noise violation, so I was polluting and noise polluting.
I have exactly that problem on my car.
So I made the decision that I'll get this downpipe, but it doesn't have a catalytic converter, so I'm going to have to use for a little while. I'm going to about a month without, and I had this guy lying around. I knew I could get on there once I got the rest of the exhaust parts put together. So that's also why there's this little elbow on here, so the car doesn't detect the same. It's not, the oxygen sensor normally should be like actually sticking into the pipe,
Yeah.
and it's kind of out, so it's not seeing the same exhaust flow rate essentially, so
Okay.
it's not throwing a check engine light.
Oh. That's
So-
an interesting little hack. You just put it on
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're in Chicago and they just hook up a thing to your car, probably shouldn't put this recording. So if you're in a lot of places that do emission testing, you just get one of these guys and they don't actually look underneath the car.
Okay. Well, Michigan doesn't do emission testing,
Right, I
so
know.
you're not breaking the law.
No, but
You're
I'm being,
totally legal.
yeah, but I feel like a dick
Little
about
shady.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I got
But
this.
legal. And this is a legit cat.
Yeah, it's not a stock
With a mount.
VW one, but it's,
No, it looks.
it's a legitimate catalytic converter with this adapter I've just thrown
Look
on
at
there.
that. That's really cool. You can see right into the honeycomb and everything.
Yep.
That's neat.
So this is going to get plugged off, and I'll use that eventually for like an air fuel ratio gauge.
Okay.
And this sensor will go here, installed properly, and it should see that there's a catalyst working. And
That's
no
really
longer
cool.
need this shady little.
And then the rest is just pretty much.
The rest is just
Yeah.
shiny versus not shiny old.
Okay. Yay
Yeah.
shiny. Well, good job, man.
So,
All right.
Well,
We'll
yeah,
ch-
it'll be a good job when I hopefully piece everything together properly.
yeah, but you'll have this done today.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool.
This should be easy to get done today. Because I basically already removed everything. I just need to pop off the sensor and this pipe, put everything else on, and then the cat back, the new shiny parts that I bought.
Okay.
I need to basically find out how to cut this and splice the catalytic converter in, because from here to here is my space to have this piece and the catalytic converter.
Well, we've got a welder and all that. I don't know if it's set up to weld that, but
No, I was told I can't weld stainless properly.
yeah,
But
you need a spool gun for that.
I'm just using clamps.
Oh yeah, band clamps. That's a great idea. All right.
And if I need it, muffler cement.
Oh God.
But
Oh.
hopefully not.
Oh. Let's just hold the whole thing together with Bondo. That's a great idea.
Yeah, well, I don't think it should leak. The only thing I'm worried about is this adapter piece possibly leaking.
Okay.
It's not the best. These connections here are very smooth and designed to just be clamped together and seal up properly. But this guy I'm not 100% sure with. I was probably going to ask someone maybe around here, if they, like Batman, if he knows if this would be acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah, so I need to find some wrenches.
We'll be back. Wrenches I can hook you up on.
Right.
We'll be back.
What size.
So I walk in here and I got a question for you. Something I noticed as I walked in the door. Why does it smell like pickles? That's my question. What are you cutting that smells like pickles?
We're cutting lots of wood.
It's
Okay.
what the barrel used to hold.
Oh. She's gonna lose a finger by the end of the day.
That's the last one yet.
No, there is that. You know, we got a thing that'll help with that holds them square. It's a little slidey thing.
Yeah.
Slidey.
That's the big stuff.
Okay. Hey, now you got to use the slidey thing. With anything that big, yeah. Bruce, put the slidey thing in this track because you're not going to find anything on that side. On this side you've got a fence. This is where to find. My concern is with the long skinny stuff, it's easy to get a yaw moment. Yep. And that'll bind and you'll leave it. More better. Now I know there are people who are going to comment and say, you know, he was doing it fine for like 3 hours when you show up and yell at him. The reason I yelled at him because he's been doing it wrong for 3 hours. So, yeah. I don't care about the efficiency of his production. I care about the number of fingers he has at the end of the day. There's dents in it!
Those still work.
No, not as well. Somebody had to smack it.
It's you banging it on the table.
Hi guys. This is weird. My name is Chris Boden. I am a high voltage, high energy physicist. That means if you see me running, try really hard to keep up. And you are standing in the largest high voltage research lab open to the public anywhere in the world. And today I get to blow stuff up. So this is kind of fun. Alright, get out of there. You're freaking me out. Kids these days. Alright, so we're going to need you. You are totally my volunteer. Here, you've been volunteer. Chris. Okay, Ivy. This is the big red button of science. Okay, stand there. Don't touch it yet or everybody dies. I'm going to go get everything ready up here. Okay. Alright. What are you doing?
Will you tell us what it's going to
Nothing in here happens by surprise. It's going to be okay. You'll have plenty of time. When you hear this, 3 times in a row. After that, things get loud. Okay. Up until that point, that's not loud. You'll know when it happens. Alright. So, this is Lake Tesla. And over here, this is Project Thumper. It's one of my favorite toys. I built it. And what we're going to do is charge up this giant power supply and discharge it with that big switch, which isn't a bulletproof housing. Anytime you put a switch in a bulletproof housing, you're having a good day. And we're going to discharge that through this piece of aluminum right here. Now this piece of aluminum is the same as this piece of aluminum. I'll give you an idea. This is really just, it's like aluminum shredded wheat. Okay? It really is. It's shredded. And it's just a piece of aluminum foil that they cut slits in and then they stretch out sideways. Okay? Like if you've ever played with one of the mesh bags that oranges come in, same kind of stuff. So it made really, really thin aluminum. And they build up layers of this, and then they make it into big air filters for car paint booths and big air handling systems. And we take it apart into pieces, and we'll peel it down like that, and run one piece through Thumper over here, because it works really well as a fuse, and that's what we're going to do is make this into a fuse. Mr. Kidwell, charge us up.
Where's the key? There's the key.
Key is in its super secret hiding space that nobody will ever find. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. We're going to charge that up, and then you're going to hear the danger, danger noise 3 times in a row, and then I'm going to touch you on the shoulder so that you have no doubt I'm talking to you, because this is not an area of our life where we want to have any kind of vague. Okay, I will touch you on the shoulder and I will say clear to fire. And when I say clear to fire, you look out there and you step on the button at the same time. Don't look at your foot, because if you look at your foot, you'll miss the whole thing.
1100 volts.
This happens faster than you can blink. It's really, really fast. It's quite lovely. And you will not die, probably. Almost
1300.
Almost nobody ever. So picture electricity like water in a pipe. We measure the pressure of the
1500
water through volts. We measure the diameter of the pipe in amps. And the amount of push the water has when it comes out the end, like the amount of things you can move with it.
1700.
That's how we measure watts.
50.
Volts times amps equals watts.
1800
regular
volts.
AA battery has about 1.5 volts at about 1 amp. You're just terrified, aren't you?
It's not.
It's not. It's just me talking. Have you heard anything really loud? Like the buzzer's kind of annoying. Have you done anything loud at all? You're all wound up. I'm trying to teach you about volts and amps and watts, and he's trying not to eat it. I have serious concerns as to whether or not you're going to survive through all this without eating.
Oi,
It happened.
we're charged.
We're charged?
We're charged. I'm trying to keep it up.
Well, as you get these ages, you know. Are you
18, we're at 1800 volts.
Okay, cool. Are you ready? Okay, we'll just ignore all the science and get to the explosions. Now, hang on a second. Don't do it yet. Now it's going to get loud. Okay. You weren't excited about doing that at all, were you? You were like, I don't want to do this.
No, I was afraid I did this. That's what I was afraid of.
You blew up the whole building. How do you feel? Yeah? Like you're the best friend you've ever had. See? Everybody make me peek. A little bit. It's normal. So, another fun toy we have here, that's high energy. That's about 80,000 amps, 144 million watts per day. This other one isn't quite ready for prime time, and it's entirely his fault. So I'm going to show you something that I know going in isn't going to work, but it'll be kind of cool. Okay, so everybody shuffle on down that way. Now, we have, I don't know if you can see it because it's really, really tiny, but there's a wire right here. You see that? Okay. That wire goes down and connects to that little pipe thing. And that's it. It just connects to the wire on top. And all that's there is a little triangle of tin foil made out of balsa wood and some glue. Okay, there's nothing there that you can't buy at Hobby Lobby for $5. I know because that's where we got this stuff. Now, that's anchored down, and each one of these cones is a really big bolt. There's a piece of fishing line in here. But fishing line is just plastic and doesn't conduct electricity. The reason we put that there is to keep that from running away. So there's no moving parts there. And all we're going to do is put electricity into it, but we're going to put a lot of electricity into it. We're going to put so much electricity into it that's going to try and move, and then it's going to arc out because it doesn't quite work right now. But we're going to this close. So normally we don't show people this kind of thing. We show people finished presentations, demonstrations, where we look intelligent, like we know what we're talking about. But the cool thing about research, and this is the thing nobody ever wants to say, watch this. You're smart, right? Reasonably? Okay. What is research? You're on the right path. In fact, that's the best answer that I've ever gotten. What's research? Why not? She's a muppet. What's research? Frequently, yes. Research is what we're doing when we don't know what we're doing. A lot of people will have you believe that the greatest moment in a laboratory or in a workshop is Eureka! It isn't. That's the worst. That means you're done. The best moment ever in any laboratory, in any workshop, in any environment like that is the moment when somebody says, hang on, why is it doing that? That's the best. That's when you actually learn new things. But it's not supposed to do that. What? So, yeah. So what we're going to do here is, no, this is actually really, really quiet, and it's going to be frightfully annoying because we're playing with cable saws down there. And this makes a cool sound. It's kind of like a sparkly hiss. So you have to listen really close. You can all even come up here. You cannot come beyond this line of the things because this is crazy dangerous, but it isn't exploding dangerous. This is, if you touch it, we'll have to clean you off the ceiling with a sponge, and that would be bad. So don't like run up and go, ooh, shiny, because this will kill you. It will take a long time and it will hurt the whole time. So don't do that.
How long is it?
30 seconds? Oh, I mean, 30 seconds is a long time when you're in kind of a pain scale. So I'm going to go over here. Now, this little wire, we talked about where it goes that way, but it actually goes up through the big ball. And it goes to this wire, which is inside all this insulation. It's just this little tiny wire. There's all this insulation, then all that insulation, which tells you if there's that much insulation on it, that the voltage in there is just ridiculous. And it goes up, hangs from the insulated string, goes over here. This is called a transmission line. That's going to go down to this big gray box, which is made of magic and transform oil. So I'm going to plug in the control system. I'm going to plug in the main power. System's hot. Make sure there isn't too much exploded aluminum Try it. It's trying really hard.
Too much foil on that one.
If I can't make it work, at least I can set something on fire. So, what you just saw, you might have noticed that before there was a breakout, before there were sparks, it moved. It tried to lift. When this works right, and it probably will in the next day or two, we're really close to it. Don't feel bad for that. We've killed like 1,000 of these things. When it's done, if you come back next week and see the tour, you'll probably actually see that fly. Think about that for a minute. Yeah. How does it fly? It doesn't have any rockets, it doesn't have any propellers or rotors or turbines or motors or anything. And it flies without any moving parts. Just on electricity. And that's amazing. A lot of electricity, but really not a lot of electricity. A lot of voltage. Remember we talked about volts and amps? Voltage is the pressure. This is all pressure, no flow. And this is really cool because that is how we're going to get to go to other stars. That's how we get to go to Alpha Centauri. Because it's an ion drive. If you want to take a rocket and go to Jupiter, that's easy. It's really, really easy. Very simple physics on it. You take a big tank, you fill it with hydrazine and anger, you light the bottom on fire, you put your butt on top of it, and up you go. But if you want to go twice as far, well now you need a bigger gas tank, right? And the hydrazine in the rocket fuel is heavy, really, really heavy. So you have to have more fuel to lift more weight to get, and so it's really easy, really quick to build a rocket so big it can't lift itself off. Okay, that's the problem. And if you want to go to Mars, that's easy, really big rocket. But if you want to go to Alpha Centauri, which is a star, they're so far apart you can't carry enough gas to get there. But you can bring a little tiny piece of plutonium and have a nuclear reactor, very tight, and you can use that to generate electricity. You can use that to power that, and it's really weird. Rockets are like, no! Whereas that just goes. If you took 100 mice and lined them up right here and gave them all a Cheerio and trained them that every time you give them a Cheerio, they all fart at the same time. You had 100 choreographed, perfect little rocket mice that would all fart on cue. 100 mouse farts has more energy than that is going to. As far as like pushing things forward. Mouse farts. But if you're in space and there's no wind, there's no atmosphere. There's nothing to hit. There's no friction. So mouse farts are all you need as long as you can have consistent mouse farts. And if you have a little mouse fart, like every 5 minutes, every day, for 5 years, pretty soon you're doing 20,000 miles an hour off mouse farts. Yeah, really, that's how this works. The rules are different once you get out of the atmosphere. It makes life a lot cooler. So that is a little mouse fart engine, and that's how we get to go to other stars. And it's made from stuff from Hobby Lobby. You can make one of these in your house. So, we're going to wrap up the tour in the lobby. That way I don't have to shout in the echo and the power tools. So follow me, guys.
Hello again.
Hi.
I'm making a jig.
Yeah?
So all I have to do is screw this in there, clamp it to the table, I can sand it without it moving.
Excellent. Cool.
Yeah, I got tired of it moving around in my hand. I'm like, I have to do this better.
I support this.
Yeah. You turn it off. If you want to follow that exact line, don't compensate at all. You don't need to compensate because you're following the line.
Okay. Now, another thing is, when you we put the -1, we put the -0.135 in there.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So the depth of the pocket is -0.125, eighth of an inch. And we want our engraving to be 10 thousandths deep. So we just take the depth of the pocket, add another 10 thousandths, so it's negative 0.135.
Okay.
Right. Because we're engraving in something that's not on
the
the
letters
face.
is going in.
Yes, yes.
Because this is going down 1.25.
Yeah, 0.1 people.
So we just going 10,000 deeper. So you can
Yeah,
grade.
exactly.
We ain't going through.
Right, we're not going all the way through. Just a little bit so that we can get a mark on the material.
Okay.
Cool.
Paul, you coming? Come on, it's gonna be cool. You guys are gonna like this. You guys are gonna freak out because this took a long time to pull off. Took serious sponsorship. Took a major fundraiser. But we did it. Took a long time. This is one of those big, awesome, epic things that just, I'm tingly. Are you tingly, Paul?
I'm all tingly.
Paul's tingly. Are you tingly?
I'm happy.
Are you feeling all the tingle? I'm going to stand right here because I want to get an actual decent shot of it. So I'm just going to stand here. Don't say what it is. Don't say what it is.
Oh,
Give the
boy.
blog the
It's
moment
like-
of revelation.
Did you get?
Set it right here. Right here. Right here. It doesn't matter. Put the way it's supposed to be. Because we're just going to wait till they bring the big box in. We're going to wait a moment. We're going to be patient. Are you tingly now?
Yeah, yo.
Yeah. See? This took a lot of work.
And then just set it right down here.
See, I want to show all the really awesome unloading, the teamwork there, but I can't.
Pardon my ass crack.
It's all right. They can't see it yet. I'm waiting for a moment of reveal.
Talking to the people that are actually in the room.
Oh, okay. Are we good? One more part.
Lumber.
Oh, we're getting lumber. Okay. That is quite something, isn't it, Paul? Come on in. Close the door. I didn't know there was another box. I was like, oh, shit. Can't show that yet.
The song my Big Ten is going through my mind.
All right, so we'll wait for the door to close. Now, some of our more hardcore tool nerd viewers might know what that $70 part is, because it's kind of distinctive. Those of you who don't, that's the emergency brake for that. The 10-inch professional cabinet saw from Sawstop. Yes, you can open it up.
You can finally stop telling people we're about to replace.
Yes, we have a Sawstop. Finally, it is a glorious day. So, Moose, do you want to tell them what this is and why it's so awesome?
Well, a table saw is one of the most difficult tools to have in the wood shop because that's the machine that likes to cut off body parts. And the Sawstop, with that fancy brake cartridge that you have,
Brake cartridge!
will physically stop spinning the saw blade if it comes in contact with human skin. So that it's not an excuse to be stupid, but it's going to keep your fingers intact.
Okay, how many brake cartridges did we get?
We have 2 in this load, and we have many coming.
Okay. So this tool, I worked really, really hard to get, and I am the person who is the least happy to see this tool in the lab. Why are you the least happy? Of all the people in the entirety of the Geek Group, who do you think the idiot is that's going to have to be in the video demonstrating how awesome and remarkable Sawstop is and how they work?
Hot dog. Use a hot dog.
See, they use a hot dog online,
I know.
and it's just like,
I
oh,
have-
it's a hot dog.
I
It's-
have seen a
it's
guy
not-
do
it's
a
not that-
demo with his finger.
president of the company.
So I'm gonna get hit by this, but Winfleydale, I mean, she can do it.
Yeah, we can do it with the cat. That's the best idea ever. And I think we should do it show it just how fast it reacts. So instead of like just nudging, you take the cat and you like spike the cat right on the table.
I'm pretty certain.
See how colorful my shoes are?
Those are quite colorful.
I will risk them to kick you in the face.
I'd pay to see that.
There's a guy in Egypt that'd pay a lot to The Egyptians like your feet. I'm just saying, it's a thing, man. So
Don't talk about that.
And for the record, I'm quite sure that a cat's fur
look at this.
is an insulator.
This is-
so if you try
Yeah,
to
but
do
they're all
it with,
gooey on the inside.
Aside from
Look at this. This is how you package. This is
yes.
this is how it's done.
This makes me all tingly.
aside from the fancy Sawstop functions of the saw,
Yeah.
we upgraded to an actual cabinet saw.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed we got the big one.
So that means when we decide where to put it, that's where it lives.
Okay.
It is a single phase 230 volt,
Okay. Well, we've got power for that, so that's no big deal.
3 horsepower.
Okay. How many?
Well, table saws, that's like,
Oh, okay. Cool. I think we've already got 240 in the wood shop. Not yet. Not yet? Well, we'll call Bice and get it hooked up. That looks okay.
and it's 36 inches.
Yeah? Okay.
You can get bigger, but we have a panel saw.
Yeah, we don't need any bigger than that. Do we want to put this in the wood shop, or do we want to have this out here?
Well, we did set aside a spot back here to become like the heavy duty.
I'm okay with this being out here instead of in the wood shop, because out here you've got room enough to swing stuff around to use this at its capacity.
It would be easier to set up the dust for it.
Yeah, also really sexy, and I'd like to show it off out here.
Exactly.
Yeah, so. All right, cool. The Geek Group now has the Sawstop. I would like to thank the Geek Group's IRC who hung out doing my show with me and funded half of this, was it? Lot of this. Okay, we got a substantial discount. So you guys funded a lot of this, and the rest of it was taken care of by our very good friends at
Woodcraft, 28th Street, Grand Rapids.
Cool. So thank you to the Grand Rapids 28th Street Woodcraft for doing a massive part of funding on this. You guys are awesome, and we will put it to good use, and you can come here and use us as a demonstration location, which we are for 50 other companies in town. So send your clients on over, and we're happy to show it off. We'll be back after this.
say hello.
Alright.
They know who I am, Paul.
I know they know who you are, but I needed something to start.
I am.
They don't know who you are. I needed something to start out on.
Back up, get the shot.
I'm getting.
Rorschach now.
Rorschach?
Rorschach.
Rorschach. Same
Who's
voice.
Rorschach?
The one with the weird face from League of Extraordinary.
Oh. Because there was a famous scientist, doctor
League of
dude named
Extraordinary.
Rorschach. Wasn't Rorschach the guy?
The ink
Paul?
blots. I'm doing the video. Why?
God.
I'm doing the thing, man. The
Okay.
thing. They see you all the time, but that's shiny.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh. I'm liking that.
Wasn't Rorschach the guy who did all
Ink blots.
the pictures of my parents having sex? That was Rorschach?
Rorschach was ink blots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you look at him and you see things?
You see things,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. He's the guy that did all the pictures of my parents having sex.
He was a character in.
There he goes. You gotta
Okay.
you gotta spoon feed
He
the
was-
joke to Kidwell, but he gets there eventually. Okay.
Eventually.
Casey,
also the-
are you doing anything?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
It's like, what do you want?
Back-
You want
I want
you?
you to
You want
back
me,
up.
you want the
I want
wide
you to
shot?
back up.
I'm getting the details. It's
want
like
you
I
to
can't
back
see.
up.
Okay, I have backed up.
All its own.
He was also from The Watchmen. You can't see the shiny from this far back.
Yeah, that's the other nice thing too. What? Working fence. The fence that currently it's so long it clamp down. Oh. So you have to use C clamps to clamp it in place. It's no longer a thing.
This does come like ready-made.
Good. I totally support dust collection systems. Because if you gotta sell this expensive, you pretty much need to have dust collection system because you have no excuse.
Well, it's a cabinet saw, so it's a
new pushy thing. We're just gonna call it the pushy thing. How would you wrap this individually?
Keep it shiny.
It was already wrapped, man. It was in a thing.
You paid $7,000 for the thing.
Yeah, this is big kid.
It's everything wrapped.
So this, as of tomorrow, is available for member use. So by the time you see this video, the Sawstop is available for member use at the Geek Group. So if you're not a member yet, I expect to see that remedied immediately. Get on.
You should institute a rule that if you use the brake, you buy the next one.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing.
If
Yeah.
you toggle the brake, you're buying the next one, and they're $70 a piece.
Yes. So you saved your hand, but
Yeah,
and don't go intentionally testing it.
yeah.
It's the same rule. If it's our fuck up, we pay for it. If it's your fuck up, we pay for it.
I'm gonna leave this on here because we have to hoist it a little bit. Where's your red dolly?
Behind him.
There, right behind me.
All right, let's move it.
Where are we moving them?
It's gonna go over there. The finer points are for everybody to figure out. I'm not calling that. But we have to hoist it. Yeah, no. Maybe a little top heavy. A little bit. Just a little bit. Grab it from the top. Just set it right there. Quite long. All right. Those up, and I think that's it for the pellet.
There's all the right there.
Those, table. That'll be extension. And then there's more extension table there. This thing. We're going to be doing Thanksgiving dinner around this.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
All right.
So do we want to move it over there before we
I
start?
would take these off and set them on the floor. You don't want to move over towards the side like that. That will suck.
Put them over there. Where we're going to be putting it together.
Brilliant idea.
It's like one of the last things you ever do.
I just want to see if there's any. It comes with a. All right. Yep. Go. There's nothing to grab on that side.
She was just enjoying its glory.
There is a non-trivial amount of righteous glory. Kids these days, not fun to watch.
No respect.
That's a
All
beautiful.
rise for Lord Helmet.
Wasn't that from Spaceballs?
Yes.
All right, we're going to put it.
We're just going to sit it right in the middle for now.
This is one of those things that if you want to put it where we want it.
Well,
So let's take a moment to think about that. I'm thinking over here.
I say then we can just take a
Because the hoist can be, the hydraulic ram can be anywhere.
yeah. Move that.
Yeah, it could be back in the VSL because the only thing it's ever been used for is
TSL shit. You know what I actually want to make for it, Casey? Are die supports in the case of it. Knock out.
But yeah, let's put it, we've got an outlet here.
That's 40. Yeah, so we're going to break off.
Yeah, but the conduit's there, they can run a 240 volt.
Right. What, we have bridge putting it?
Huh? Yeah. This needs 240, and I've already got conduit there, and if I have to call Vice and say, I need an outlet here, this nice box that's already there, and all they have to do is put wire in it and run it right at the thing for 240 arch. What? What's on?
It'll sit right here, you push forward.
Yeah, no, you won't.
What? Because you have to have room on the back side.
You're ripping boulders.
That's
Well,
how you do it.
I'm not like saying all the way against the wall, but like you said, like here,
Do you put the out of curiosity, are you going to put the blade perpendicular or parallel to the wall?
Parallel to the wall. It
Okay.
needs to be sideways.
So the blade should be 8 feet out from the wall, at least.
Well, he's not going to be in the board meeting, so let's start this out there. Hey, Paul,
Hey, what?
it doesn't smell like cosmoline.
It doesn't smell like
Why'd you
cosmo?
do that? What?
It's not cosmo.
It's not cosmoline. I like the smell of cosmoline. It's
Makes me sick.
Really?
Yeah. I got violently ill from the smell of cosmoline in a barrel of gun once.
What were you doing? I don't want to know. No, hey,
Cleaning
what
out
you
an
do
M1 carbine.
on your time, it's your thing. If you need a barrel of cosmoline to have fun, then
That wasn't fun. Anyhow,
Built-in vacuum system.
okay, say goodbye.
bye. Good job, gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's together, not fully tuned yet. Yeah,
Okay.
Some tweaking and some power.
But it's together.
It's together. This is the final product.
It's quite sexy. Yeah, that's quite something there. Cool. All right, I'm off to dinner. I'll be back. Hey there, guys. I want to take a minute and thank Stephen Truran, T-R-U-R-A-N, Truran, Stephen Truran, and Patrick Taylor. Steven's in for $10. Patrick is in for $5 on the Patreon thing, and that is awesome. I deeply appreciate that. We're making progress on the Patreon thing, and I am working diligently. I've been on it for like an hour this evening of trying to get that thing to work. Oh my god! So we're gonna try and get CCC2 fixed, and we'll get there. In the meantime, I have to do a show. It's time to do the Molotov Cocktail Hour here on the GGR. You guys have fun. See ya.